High above the world, in the realm of endless night, there lived a star named Twinkle. She wasn't just any star. Twinkle was a small, radiant star with an insatiable curiosity and a twinkling light that danced across the sky like shimmering confetti. Her gleam could brighten even the darkest nights, and her light was a guide for many who looked up in wonder. Twinkle lived in a cluster of stars known as the celestial constellations, each star with its own place and purpose. The other stars were content with their roles, but Twinkle had always felt a sense of restlessness. She yearned for more than just drifting through the endless expanse of the sky. She longed for adventure, for something that would make her light shine even brighter. One evening, as Twinkle was spinning gracefully through her celestial path, she noticed a peculiar sight, a soft, silvery glow flickering through the clouds below her. The light was unlike anything she had seen before. It moved with a grace and fluidity that was mesmerizing. Intrigued, Twinkle's curiosity flared. She followed the light, descending through the layers of clouds until she found herself in a lush, enchanted forest. In the heart of the forest stood a unicorn named Liora. She was a creature of exquisite beauty, with a horn that sparkled like moonlight and a mane that cascaded in waves of every color of the rainbow. Liora moved with an elegance that made the forest itself seem to come alive around her. As she walked, the flowers bloomed in her wake, and the trees whispered soft greetings. When Twinkle approached, she was amazed by Leora's radiant presence. The unicorn looked up, her eyes reflecting the starlight that Twinkle shed. "Hello up there," Liora called out with a melodious voice. "Who are you?" Twinkle's light flickered in response. "I'm Twinkle, the little star. I was drawn to your beautiful light. What are you doing here in this magical forest?" Leora's eyes sparkled with a warm smile. "I'm on a quest to find the crystal of dreams. It's said to have the power to grant one true wish. I believe it could help bring peace to our land." Twinkle's heart leaped with excitement. "That sounds like an incredible adventure. May I join you?" Leora's smile widened. "Of course. Your light will be a guiding star for us through this enchanted forest." And so, the unlikely duo began their journey together. Twinkle, floating gracefully above, and Liora, trotting along with poise and grace, ventured deeper into the magical forest. As Twinkle and Liora ventured into the forest, they encountered the Whispering Woods, a part of the forest where the trees spoke in hushed tones, sharing ancient secrets with anyone who would listen. The woods were both enchanting and eerie, with shadows that seemed to dance and whisper around them. The path was winding and filled with illusions that played tricks on the eyes. Shadows of mythical creatures flickered among the trees, and strange sounds echoed through the air. Twinkle's light shone brightly, cutting through the shadows and illuminating their path. Suddenly, they came upon a clearing where a mysterious figure stood, a wise old owl named Orin. His feathers were as white as snow, and his eyes glowed with the wisdom of centuries. "Greetings, travelers," Orin hooted softly. "I see you seek the crystal of dreams. The path ahead is fraught with challenges. Only those who truly understand the nature of their quest can succeed." Liora stepped forward, her voice steady. "We seek the crystal to bring peace and harmony to our land. We are ready to face any challenge that comes our way." Orin nodded solemnly. "Very well. To reach the crystal, you must pass through the Valley of Shadows. It is a place where fears and doubts come to life. You must rely on each other and your inner strength to overcome it." With Oren's guidance, Twinkle and Liora continued their journey, their determination strengthened by the wise owl's words. As they approached the Valley of Shadows, a dense fog enveloped them. The valley was a place where the light seemed to dim, and the air was thick with an unsettling stillness. The fog swirled around them, whispering fears and doubts into their ears. Twinkle's light flickered uncertainly as dark shapes emerged from the fog, manifesting their deepest fears. For Twinkle, it was the fear of never being noticed, of her light fading into insignificance. For Liora, it was the fear of failing her quest and letting down those who depended on her. Twinkle's light wavered as she tried to dispel the shadows, but they seemed to grow stronger. Liora, sensing her friend's distress, stepped closer and placed a reassuring hoof on Twinkle's shimmering surface. "Remember why we are here," Liora said gently. "We are doing this for a greater good. Our fears are only illusions that we can overcome together." Liora's words gave Twinkle strength. She focused on the warmth of their friendship and the purpose of their quest. Her light grew stronger, cutting through the fog and dispelling the shadows. The Valley of Shadows began to clear, revealing a path forward. Chapter 5: The Enchanted Meadow. After overcoming the Valley of Shadows, Twinkle and Liora arrived at an enchanted meadow. The meadow was filled with glowing fireflies that danced in the air and flowers that emitted a soft, calming light. At the center of the meadow stood an ancient tree with a door carved into its trunk. The door was adorned with intricate patterns and had a keyhole shaped like a star. Liora approached the door, her horn glowing softly. She touched the door gently, and it swung open to reveal a hidden chamber inside the tree. The chamber was illuminated by the soft glow of the Crystal of Dreams, which floated in the center on a pedestal of crystal. The crystal radiated a serene, multicolored light, and its beauty was breathtaking. Twinkle floated closer, her light mingling with the crystal's glow. "It's beautiful," she whispered. Liora approached the pedestal and gently touched the crystal with her horn. "What do we do now?" she asked. Twinkle's light shimmered with excitement. "Make your wish. The crystal will grant one true wish to those who find it." Liora closed her eyes and made her wish, her heart full of hope and love. "I wish for peace and happiness for all the creatures in our land. I want them to live in harmony and joy." As Liora made her wish, the Crystal of Dreams light grew brighter and brighter. A gentle breeze swept through the chamber, carrying the wish throughout the forest. The enchantment of the meadow seemed to deepen, and a sense of tranquility spread across the land. The effects of Liora's wish were immediate. The enchanted forest and all its inhabitants felt a renewed sense of peace. The creatures that had once been fearful and restless now felt a deep calm and contentment. The trees and flowers seemed to bloom even more vibrantly, and the sky above was filled with a harmonious light. Twinkle and Liora stood together, their hearts full of satisfaction. Twinkle's light shone brighter than ever, reflecting the happiness and peace that had spread across the land. Liora's eyes sparkled with joy and gratitude. "Thank you, Twinkle," Liora said softly. "Your light guided us and made this journey possible." Twinkle's light flickered with happiness. "And thank you for letting me be part of this adventure. I've learned so much and made a wonderful friend." As the adventure came to an end, Twinkle floated back to her place in the sky, her light now more brilliant than before. Liora returned to her forest, her heart filled with joy and a deep sense of accomplishment. From that night on, Whenever people looked up at the sky, they saw Twinkle's light shimmering brightly, a symbol of hope and adventure. The enchanted forest thrived with the peace and harmony that Leora's wish had brought, and the creatures within it lived happily ever after. Twinkle and Leora remained the best of friends, their bond forged through their shared journey. They knew that their adventure had made a difference, and their story would be told for generations to come. And so, the little star and the majestic unicorn continued to shine brightly in their own ways, reminding everyone that even the smallest light can make a big difference and that true friendship can overcome any challenge. The end.